Well, so here on the Pulse, don't forget that earlier we raised the conversation about how aphrodisiacs are having impact on young people across the country. In fact, there's a concern that the situation is getting out of hand. Take a listen to this.
Prevention is key, and prevention is something, as I've told you, I've worked with kidney patients for a very long time, and it's always very painful, and difficult when you see young people. In our environment, it's usually the young people who get affected with kidney problems. Unlike the developed countries where people get to like 60 years before they start getting those problems, it's usually between 20 to 50 years and people get those kidney issues. So for me, my advice would be that it's important that one, we check. We need to be checking. And how do you check? It's very simple, very, very simple. One, check your blood pressure. Yeah. Make sure you are checking your blood pressure regularly. It's very, very important. Two, every year, at least for once, check your urine. It's nothing difficult. It's just urine. You are throwing it away. Just take it there. Let them just put a stick inside, and they will tell you whether there's protein. You're not supposed to have proteins in your urine. So when they just put a stick there, they will tell you, you have protein, and they can easily deal with it and get rid of it. But if you don't check, you will not know. And for the young men, I have advice for you. Those aphrodisiacs that you take, you don't know what. Yes, you want to perform, but usually if you eat well, you exercise well, you should be able to perform, wonderfully. Exactly. Yes. So please avoid the aphrodisiac. Try and stay away from them.
They shouldn't kill themselves.
No, they don't have to. They should just make sure they eat well, they exercise, and then I believe that everything should be fine.
Well, so that's why on the Pulse we're asking this question. So why are young people, especially men, relying on aphrodisiacs to perform sexually? There are two schools of thought on this matter. In fact, there are divided opinions actually. Are the women actually demanding too much, or the men simply want to impress? This afternoon on the Pulse, we're having a conversation on this. Joining us via Zoom right now are two individuals, young persons as well, who share their opinion on this. But first, let's speak to Nketia Mensah, who is a young person as well, but surprisingly, he is pro-aphrodisiac, if I should call him that way. Nketia, welcome to the program. So you believe that there's a need for reliance on the sex boosters. Why are you pro-aphrodisiac anyway?
Well, unfortunately, that is the situation we find ourselves in. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. As I said, unfortunately, it is not anyone's doing. I think it's a change of human system because of the kind of food that we eat. So, yes, I heard
if you can hear me, you'd have to reposition yourself. We're having some challenges with your connection, but you're trying to make a very interesting point there about the situation in which we find ourselves. We'll explore that further as we rework the lines with Nketia. But Nketia, if you can hear me, okay. Yeah. Nketia, just you were making a point earlier. Just complete that for me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know if
your line.
So my point is that.
Yeah, right.
Can you hear me now? Is it better now?
Yes, that's better now.
Okay, sure. I'm saying that it is good you eat well, you can perform, or when you exercise well, you can perform. But the issue is the food that we are eating is not helping us to perform. So therefore, one would have to at least get something to, supplement this situation. Clearly, but my advocacy for aphrodisiac isn't the quick fixed one. Yeah. So even though I'm pro, but I have my specifications, not those that would give you that instant results. No, I have my preferred aphrodisiac medicine that I recommend people should go by if you think you will have a problem. I don't see why you don't need such a solution to solve your problem. Because if whatever disease that one is facing, you have to get the medicine to cure it. And I see it as a disease if you are unable to perform sexually. But the point is, what medicine are you taking? It is just like any other disease or any other problem that we face. You may be able to get a solution, but how are you going to get a solution? Usually that is where the problem comes. So if you're able to get good medicine, I don't see why when one is having a problem.
But here's the situation where you have health experts explaining that it's having an impact on the youthful population of the country. You're not alarmed over this?
Well, that is why I'm saying that, yes, I am alarmed, but you ask yourself, what medicine are they taking? Do you get it?
Yeah, I should be asking you that question. What medicine are you taking?
Yeah. Well, I think that one will be more personal. Yes.
Oh, I mean, but you
we are discussing it in the general term.
Okay, right. All right.
We are discussing the general term, not
right.
the individual level.
That's fair enough.
Good. Yeah. So my point is, I always advocate for herbal medicine. Yes, because it has a proven record that it works. At least if you're able to get a good one, it's problem free.
And precisely that's where the challenge is, identifying the very good one, particularly when we know that herbal medicines are regulated in this country as well, and there's a need to get the right medication. So that could also be a situation which could create problems for the youth. Don't you believe so?
Yes, but that's why I'm saying that. You see, it's just like any other disease that we all suffer from. When you get that disease and you don't get proper medication, it will give you another problem. Yes, so I think I look at it from that angle, not necessarily condemning aphrodisiac, but rather we should campaign for proper method, how we should go about it, but not to say it is wrong. So if it is wrong, if I have a problem, what should I do? Don't I have to cure it? I have to cure it.
Right. Okay.
So I believe it should be getting the proper medication, and that should be the way forward, not necessarily condemning it.
Nketia, just hold on for us. Yeah, just hold on for us briefly. Let's also hear divergent opinions out there. What do you think about this? The concern on the use of aphrodisiacs as well. The phone lines are active now, 0302-211-691. It's the phone line for you to call to also share your views with us, just as we have Nketia also sharing his views. So it's 0302-211-691, or you can call 692. It will also come right here on the pulse. Let's also take your views on that as well. So you'll have the numbers on your screen right now, just as you have it for you to also share your views. But Nketia, just as the point you're making about going herbal, how about completely going off the use of aphrodisiacs, particularly when we know that it could damage your kidney as well?
Well, you see, I don't know how you are saying we should do away with it. So when one has a problem, what should a person do?
I guess the experts will help you out, isn't it?
No, but the experts always recommend medications. Is that not so? The medical expert, what do? They recommend, take this, do this, do this. It's a remedy. It's a therapy. To getting a cure to that problem. So if that problem is there and you don't get the proper medication to solve it, who do you blame? It's just like any other disease. If you don't treat it, it becomes chronic.
Right. Hold on.
And if you get the proper disease, a proper medicine, you get cure and you'll be free.
Okay. Hold on. Joseph from Cape Coast is joining us. Joseph, let me hear you.
Oh?
Yes, Joseph, go ahead. Yes, Joseph, I can hear you.
Yes, I also believe that when you have an issue of impotence, you need to take medication. And all of us know that, many believe that using the orthodox medicine, sometimes they will give you some effect. This herbal product are proving to be very effective, proving to be safe. So I don't see the reason why, if I'm not performing, I shouldn't take up the herbal one. I'm not talking about the orthodox one. For those ones, I don't subscribe to them. But if it is an herbal, I want to go for them.
Why do you feel herbal is the solution?
Come again?
Why do you feel going herbal is the solution?
Why do I think going herbal is the solution?
Yeah.
Yes, but all of us, studies have shown that using these orthodox products have issues. You have some, side effects and whatever. But these for herbal is a plant, is a food that we eat, the same like the food that we eat that give us the solution. So for me, I choose for herbal rather than going for this. So there's no problem using that one.
Right then.
Provided it is the right thing you want.
Okay then. Let's speak to Sebastian from Spintex. Sebastian, let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Let's hear your thoughts on this.
To me, it's so appalling that it's the young ones using aphrodisiacs these days. Hello?
Yes, I'm with you. Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, I said, it's so appalling that it's the young ones using aphrodisiacs these days. And it's so bad. Like me, I don't subscribe to it. Like me now, I'm 53 years old now, but I've never used an aphrodisiac once. But I still perform. And besides that, is it a competition? What is the essence of this performance? Because most of these young ones that do use it, maybe for them to perform, about 85% of them are gigolos. They want to impress their sugar mommy. So that is the reason why they do use this aphrodisiac.
Okay, you feel that sugar mummies are the reason for which we're having this?
Yes, that is why the young ones using it. Because they want to impress them. So I don't subscribe to it. And just like what the...
Okay, Sebastian, thank you for calling us. Sahid is joining us from Salaga. Sahid?
Yes, please.
Yes, your points.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity.
Right.
Yeah, the issue and the discussion is very important one. Sometimes the problem is not much the need for education, but sometimes our lifestyle. So changing your lifestyle a bit could help you out. You don't need serious medication. So it is for one to identify his own lifestyle, get people to talk to them. You can help yourself. For instance, you don't have erection. It's a different thing than if you have erection that will not last for long. So you don't treat all of them as the same. If you don't eat well, my woman said, like, if you don't drink enough water, you will not have the best of erection. So it's the best thing for you to know, eat well,
Right.
eat seafood, so that you can relax, take enough water, especially when you want to engage in sex.
Right then.
Just walk out and say, what you are getting ready and you are sometimes you don't move back. Have enough rest. If there is any problem, I think you can solve it.
Okay. Sahid, thank you for joining us all the way from Salaga. Let's now hear from Kendi from Dakuman. Kendi, let's hear your points then.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. My name is Kendi. I'm calling from. I think that's exactly what the woman said. You should eat well, you should stay and eat proper food. That's all. People, they don't know that when we eat well, when we eat your natural food, you'll be able to perform well. See, the carbonated food that we've been eating, that's the cause of all this. Okay, when we eat food that has been processed in excess, you're going to be weak. Okay, so the natural food that we eat, the Ghanaian food, The African food, the traditional food that you're supposed to eat. Okay? When
All right.
we eat this kind of food, naturally, you are taking the herbal medicine that these people are claiming that they think is very good than the orthodox medicine. Naturally, when we eat naturally, definitely, it's a perform. Exactly. You don't have to wait to get the product before you consult a herbal medicine. The food that we eat, it contains some kind of remedies, natural remedies in it. Exactly.
Okay, so it's about lifestyle and the choice of food that you're going for. Kendi, thank you for joining us from Dakuman. So we need to wrap up on this conversation. Nketia is still with us. Nketia, I'm just curious to know, how long are you able to last when you going for your herbal, your so-called herbal aphrodisiac?
You are still trying to
No,
make it personal.
no. At least I just want you to
refuse.
share a personal experience so many can learn from that, right? Because you're a pro aphrodisiac, right?
Generally, of course, herbal one, you have to be.
Yeah. So give us an idea of how long it
specific
helps
with
you.
that. Yeah, that one, I will leave that answer for another day. I mean, when it comes to that personal level, as you are trying to let me do. But generally,
is it more than is it more than an hour? It helps you for an hour, 30 minutes. Just give us an idea.
That's why I'm saying that one we will discuss that one another day. But today, let's.
Are you running away from the conversation? Are you running away from the conversation?
I'm not. I am not running away from the conversation. I'm giving you good answers for your questions. I'm saying that answer will come next time when we have that.
Yeah, but that may be a very long time. So since we're having it now, an hour, 30 minutes, and what's the difference when you are without the aphrodisiac? What happens?
Well, I believe that if any man who has a problem with performance, I don't see why you should pretend to be okay.
Yes, you've made that point to me. Yes, you've made that point to me. So that's why I'm trying to compare and contrast. So with or without the aphrodisiac, what's the experience like for you in terms of duration?
If you were listening to the callers very well, most of them were saying that good eating habit.
Yeah, that's very true. You've also made that point. So this is a personal experience with and without the aphrodisiac. What's the experience like for you?
Honestly, I am not in a position to provide that specific answer for now. But,
okay, right.
But what I know is that it's good, and everybody who would have a problem getting the job done the way it's supposed to be done, I shouldn't hesitate in getting a remedy elsewhere. I think herbal is the way to go. And even the food that we eat, if you're able to eat raw food, it's also a medicine on its own. Yes, it's also a medicine on its own. But unfortunately, because of the nature of today's world, sometimes it's difficult getting those proper natural food to eat. And if you are unable to do that, I don't see why you shouldn't get any good herbal medicine that will help you.
Yeah, so Nketia, we need to go because we don't have much time. So one more time, I'm giving you the opportunity, self-assessment, personal experience for many people out there to learn from. How long are you able to last if you use the aphrodisiac?
Well, I will still insist that answer will come the next day that you have a discussion, which entails personal experience.
Maybe we'll have a conversation after here, but I'm certain that you don't want to disclose that and scare a lot of women, but I'm grateful that you have been able to join us. That's Nketia. Thank you so much for joining us here on The Pulse. But in fact, some medical aspects are raising concerns about the use of aphrodisiacs. So before you're going for the medication, make sure that you consult your doctor, your personal, physician, or whatever it is. This is The Pulse. When we return, we'll talk sports. Stay with us.